Unless they can win the Big 12 tournament, it seems like ASU men's basketball might be looking through the window at March Madness this year. Throughout conference play, the team has been unable to find success consistently, even when Bobby Hurley is in his element. But the one positive that Sun Devil fans might still be able to cling on to is that they can compete with Big 12 opponents, if only for the first half. All the way back in their first face-off against the Wildcats down in Tucson, Mo Odom and his squad teased what they were capable of. In the first half, the defense was about as good as you could expect against the top team in the country, and they did that by limiting freshman forward Koa Pete. But this game would prove to be much more of a marathon than a sprint, as in the second half, it was Pete's game for the taking. He went 7 for 7 from the field, and it didn't help that ASU's paint defense started to crumble as U of A rallied with momentum, scoring 46 interior points across the entire affair. But out of all of their second half collapses, their game against Baylor, the third worst team in the Big 12, might have taken the cake. Up by 8 at the start of the second half, the Sun Devils would drop from an amazing 41.7% at the three all the way down to 12.5% before eventually losing 73-68. Hurley himself has said the team can't win when they shoot at that low of a three-point rate, so what changed from the first half? Well, their biggest switch was their hesitancy to go inside the paint. On this play coming up from early in the second half, Masamba Job will have a mismatch down low in the paint. He's probably got a solid 6 inches on the guard going up against him, but instead of giving it to him, Johnson dribbles around, looks up at the shot clock 1 second, throws up a brick. This happened throughout the game and it extended over to the three-point as well. The team has been hesitant to pass it inside, and it doesn't matter how much you're up at half by, the Sun Devils won't cross the finish line with the type of fall-offs they've been having. And look, while things probably aren't going to improve overnight, if they do, and if the team can somehow translate that momentum into winning the Big 12 tournament, it might have shown that maybe it was the small mistakes holding them back this whole time. But until that changes, Bobby Hurley and his Sun Devils will likely miss out on the premier tournament of college basketball for the 8th time in his tenure.
Halfway through the first quarter, Pumas lead by 7, and now the Warriors get a second chance on offense.
Empty backfield for Westwood, but Reed's got that rugby background. Look for him to maybe do something with his legs here.
Reed, left side, bounces and incomplete. Aiming for Barkas.
Yeah, he put that little out in front of Barkas, who almost turned into a defensive back. That pass was in danger of being picked by Talon Frazier out on that right side.
21-yard line.
Definitely a more aggressive offense through the air right now. I feel like we see more runs typically at this point, but Westwood really trying to stick it with Reed.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea to try and catch Perry off guard, but it hasn't been working as well as I think they might have hoped.
Reed on the designated run, and he gets hit at the line of scrimmage and thrown down.
Justin Stella's been all over the place for the Pumas defense. That's his second tackle for loss in this game. He is going to give this offense nightmares if they don't pick him up very soon.
Justin Stella will be attending the University of Hawaii next year to study construction engineering.
Nice, there you go.
Exactly.
It's pretty. I mean, I wish I went to college in Hawaii. That'd be pretty awesome.
You'll find actually a lot of the Pumas want to go to college in Hawaii.
I think everybody would be cool with that.
3rd and 12, loss of 2. Barkas moving, fires on the line of scrimmage, caught. Pass the first down. Preston Levitt extends the drive.
Great pocket presence from Elliott Reed there. Makes a man miss in the pocket, steps up at a beautiful throw to Preston Levitt, the first we've heard out of either of those tight ends for Westwood. And again, they stick with the aerial attack for a team that's really leaned on Barkas in the running game so far this season.
Preston Levitt's been one of my favorite players for the Warriors so far this season because I feel like he's always there and he never misses the opportunity. Anytime the ball comes his way, I feel like he's reeling it in. Very clutch player. First down, give it to Barkas. Barkas breaks through for a couple.
That run had no business going for 5 yards, and Keyshawn Barkas just made it happen all by himself. Again, Stella got to the backfield. Barkas, really off balance, just stumbled his way forward for a good 4 yards on that play. That should have gone for no gain, maybe even a loss.
That's what we talked about with Barkas, though. The yards after contact is what Perry has to shut down. He's going to fall. He's agile like that. If they continue to let him do that, I mean, this is a Warriors offense that's going to have a lot of room to work with. 2nd and 5, 3:40 on the clock. Senior night, Perry bringing the blitz. Barkas misses the block. Reed fires right side, caught by Bassett Ward, and they avoided disaster on that play.
Yeah, Perry sent a corner blitz, and they sent the house on that play. Barkas missed a blocking assignment, I think, but Reed stayed cool and collected, found his man, Bassett Ward, definitely been the main target so far through the air in this game. Ward with a nice catch. 3rd and 1 here. You got to think it's going to either Reed or Barkas.
And this is where I wonder if they run Manapua. That's what they're lined up in. They showed this off against Desert Vista 3 weeks ago. It's the designated run. There they go. Gets through. Left side. Got a hole. Barkas. See you later. Barkas. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Keyshawn Barkas on the 54-yard TD run on their signature play, Manapua.
So Howard,
some clarity coming right here.
will be the one shooting here. Still down by 3. His first is good.
So it's Howard at the line, and we talked about how good he is at the free throw line. 88% shooter. Missed his first 2, now he comes back on the 3rd. Chance to make it a 1-point game.
On the 2nd, Howard takes the pair. And those foul points so crucial in a neck-and-neck matchup like this. He does his part. Christensen, right side, locomotive finish.
He had the lane, and no one picked him up, and he just glided right in.
Well, the Chargers have been able to shut down Fauski. It's really been Christensen who's been dominant this whole game. Ball worked outside to Miller. And back to Morris. Picks up his dribble. Back out. Now Miller. Left hand finish! Oh, man!
How about Henry Miller, the fabulous freshman, off balance, off the glass. It's a 1-point game. Chargers with the lead.
The energy back in Chandler Preparatory Academy as the Sentinels have to will their way back on top here in quarter number 3.
On the floor right now, Miller, Howard, Fauski. And how about Ashton Reese with the block? It looks like Reese will get called for the contact. And the Sentinels Nation thought it was clean. That's going to be his 3rd.
Nate Lott will take to the line, the 5'10 senior. And one thing about the Chargers, they had 6 seniors graduate this year, and it's another senior-heavy class once again. The team has found a new hope under head coach Jonathan Magnus and his resurgence he's brought to the program. He started in the 2022-23 season, and the team has really excelled since as Lott does his part. 51-48, and it stayed pretty much within a 1-score game for the entirety of this quarter.
Lott, a very good free throw shooter, comes up big. Now it's the Sentinels and Fauski, who is seeing double and triple teams every time he touches the basketball. Fauski will get it back. Lott right on him.
We'll take back to the logo. 13 on the clock from deep. Bounces off to the left, and a good rebound made for the Chargers.
Weiler in the game, and he's been giving them some good muscle off the bench.
Christensen calls up the bank. Unstoppable in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, he's got 6 in the third, 22 for the game.
Howard jump step, gets blocked, turned over. As the Chargers have it down court, they're going to step off the gas. Shot clock is dark, and Christensen walks around over on the near side. Use a screen. 5 on the clock. Deep shot over to the left. Rebounded by Sang. From the near corner, Lott rings the bell. Pulls off another 3. And the Chargers pull ahead with their largest lead heading into the fourth. ASU men's basketball forward Alan Mukeba plays with an infectious passion for the game. One that runs in his DNA.
My father played pro basketball in Belgium. Yeah, so just me being his son, I wanted to do the same. But he really put a basketball in my hands when I was 4 years old. So.
For Alan, there was no doubt he was going to follow in his father's footsteps. But his dream of continuing the family legacy was almost put on hold.
Life was tough in Belgium when I was, I think, 18. And I had to make a decision to either stop playing basketball and go to school, do what I got to do, because you can't really combine the two of them in Europe. But then I decided to take the decision to, come here.
Near the end of COVID-19 guidelines, and when he was still just a teenager, Alan made the tough decision to pack his bags and leave Belgium to come to America. But upon his arrival, he would realize things here were different than what he expected.
The way people eat, what people eat, basketball-wise, we don't really pass it. We don't really share the ball like that. It's really about skills, and I'm gonna go get my own, I had to get accustomed to that.
On top of adjusting to new norms, he would also have to adapt to life without his family.
It was just me. We didn't really have opportunities or money for my family to come see me.
Which is why it meant the world that his mom made the journey to Tempe to come watch him play on senior night.
I'm so proud of him.
Even breaking a language barrier to support her son.
Beaucoup d'émotions.
A lot of emotions.
It may have been his father who first put a basketball in his hands, but it was his mother who needed convincing before letting him travel halfway across the world. With Alan living with diabetes, letting go wasn't easy.
She said it's the fact that, I was able to manage my own, diabetes and stuff like that. I convinced her that I was able and ready to go, overseas. She said, nah, look at me today. I'm accomplished. I'm done with my studies and everything, so it was the right choice.
Managing diabetes wouldn't be the only hurdle he would have to overcome, as unlike players from the US, international athletes are ineligible for NIL deals domestically, as it would be a violation of their student visa's off-campus employment restrictions. However, for Alan, that's all the more motivation to be better.
Nah, I want to say that the fact that you do not get money is just like how it used to be before. You want to grind, you want to get to that level, to get that money in the league so you can provide for your family and everything.
Dealing with hardship hasn't just been a battle off the court. In his final season, playing through injuries has been a constant.
You guys that feel like it's okay to tap out on seasons and just shut it down because they're hurt a little bit. And I've had a couple of players like that. And Alan Mukeba is the total opposite of that.
That relentless drive to play through pain shouldn't come as a surprise. It's the same mindset that brought Mukeba from Belgium to pursue his dream in America. A journey that's now inspiring friends back home.
I have a lot of friends that's asking me, how did you do this? It's really hard. I'm like, you only have one life. If you could do it, do it. You really got to do it. You don't want to live with regrets or anything like that.
As his final college basketball season nears its end, Alan Mukeba's leap of faith and his family's trust in his vision have paid off. Along his NCAA journey, he's fought through injuries and obstacles, but the pursuit of a dream that once seemed dead in Belgium was always worth it. For Cronkite Sports, I'm Jayden Riecken.